Do you want to know how to get updates come to you easily and quickly to help you with your CPD? I'm going to cover exactly that in this episode. Let's tech enhance your primary care and learning. If this is the first time we're meeting, I'm Dr. Gandalf of EGP Learning, where I look at supporting you with technology enhanced primary care and learning. And in this episode, I'm going to cover 5 tips of how you can bring information to you to help with your CPD, your appraisal, revalidation, and general learning methods. It's going to be quick and easy and show you how to do it. As always, if you want to subscribe, make sure you ring the bell to get all of our information first and foremost, and all of our episodes straight away. And let me know if you've got any comments on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, podcasting platforms, or however's easiest for you. Shall we begin? So in this episode, I'm going to talk about my 5 ways that you can bring learning information straight to you. There's lots of ways you can keep updated in primary care, and this is going to be a quick and easy way to do it. Number 1, and probably the easiest way, is to use something called an RSS feed. RSS stands for Really Simple Syndication, and this is the method that in the past lots of places have used to update their websites, like for example things like the BBC News website, GP Online, all the media kind of things, and it's that ticker kind of thing that you see that updates on a regular basis in terms of the new information that goes around. How can you get that? Well, you can use either apps or other methods to bring that information straight to you. So these are called either RSS Readers or aggregators. Don't need to go into the complexities of it because they're really simple to use. Effectively, you sign up to a service. There's lots around. I use a couple, so something like Feedly is a really good and simple one to use. And you simply search for the magazine or article thing that you want to subscribe to, and then that brings in the information to you, and you can read it or not, and you can store it or not. It's completely up to you. Another good feed is provided by a company called News Now, and if you search for general practice, it will scrape all the news information concerning general practice for you automatically, so you can see various different sources with information on that. I find it really useful, and I'll put the links in the show notes for you to have a little look. I do find RSS feeds a really simple and easy way to get information to come to you, and you can use other methods, things like Wakelet that I've covered before, to help mark that and document it quickly and easily. An extra little tip, if you use the Digitalis app, it allows you to subscribe to quite a few different feeds automatically and help you log that a lot quicker and easier if you use that. Worth taking a look. My second tip is using update services. So many of you have probably been on some of the courses like provided by MB Medical, GP Update, the Red Whale one, or other local versions like GP Refresher courses and stuff. These are really good ways of getting updates of your information in a short space of time. But another little tip, they tend to offer regular newsletter updates as well once you sign up to their services. And these are a good way of getting short snippets of information that can help you keep updated. So you're not having to go search for different learning needs and that kind of stuff. The information's brought to you in your inbox. You get control of how much of this you get, clearly, but it's a nice way of keeping updated so you can find the information that's relevant to your learning needs. And if you don't want to, ignore the email. The only downside to this is often they tend to be a bit of a sell sometimes, but it's not the worst way to get information. Third up, social media. Social media has the power to really bring information to you, and depending on what feeds you sign up to, you can get different levels of information. Twitter's a really good example. Most of the companies that provide information for general practice, from the regular ones like the BMJ, GP Online, Pulse Today, that kind of stuff, have their own feeds, and educational based ones as well, that mean you can sign up and get their information instantly and quickly as soon as it's published. Other methods, you can sign up to courses and get the same sort of information if that works for you. Twitter's really good for that. I like Facebook pages for a lot of these organisations because they tend to be slightly less of a sell when you look at those, but that's a good way of keeping updated. Make sure you just click the like or the follow button so you get the relevant and appropriate notifications for you. Since we're talking about social media, my 4th one is going to be groups. Lots of online groups can give you really good learning, whether that's the original standard, which was doctors.net, or the more commonly used Facebook groups, and growing things like LinkedIn groups as well. These are a great way of getting updated information, and some of them do focus around CPD. They can be driven by some of the companies that provide these information to you. That's fine if you're up for it, but it's a really good way of getting information sent to you rather than you having to go find it. Just be careful asking for opinions. Don't forget, you could be asking for opinion rather than qualified evidence-based medicine. And last up, number 5, well, it's my preferred method of getting my learning updates, and that's podcasts. I covered this in an earlier episode in terms of my top 5 clinical podcasts that you may want to listen to get your informations, but signing up to a podcast service is probably the easiest and quickest way, for me at the very least, in terms of getting clinical updated information. I get a push notification every time I get a new update from one of the podcasts that I listen to, and I can listen to it at my convenience, and I get the information. Again, I may be getting someone's opinion, but actually they tend to provide a lot of information with that and the relevant links and evidence that comes with it, particularly if you're listening to Margaret McCartney. So that's my top 5 ways of trying to get information to you to help with your learning. So number 1, RSS feeds. Number 2, signing up to newsletters for update companies and things. Number 3, social media routes. Number 4, social media groups. And number 5, podcasts. Which is your favourite method? Let me know in the comments. I'd be really keen to hear what you guys think. Is there actually other ways that you prefer to get your learning? I'm really keen to hear that as well, so let me know. As always, you can contact me on Twitter at EGPLearning or at drgandalf52, or as always on the Facebook page, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, whichever method you find easiest. Love it if you could leave a comment in the show notes below, and if you're listening on the podcast, please leave a review. Really appreciate that when you do so. As always, subscribe, ring the bell to make sure you get all this information first and foremost, and I'll definitely catch you in the next episode.